La Jolla tide pools in La Jolla Cove, and we had our masks on. We filmed. You hear my kids? We filmed a movie, which I will be. We're gonna have premiere on the Inland Sports Show. It's a Minecraft movie made by John Gorham.
Oh no!
Oh yeah! Hey, listen to this, guys. All of you that are listening, my son is 7. He has a 51-minute movie on Minecraft that he is doing with his hands. So these little action figures. So today we went on location. We went to La Jolla and the beach scene. So yeah, he hears me talking about it. But yes, that's what we did today. The highlight. We got out.
So he's the next Steven Spielberg. Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh yeah, I'm the producer. So he says he's the director and writer. But it's 51 minutes long, guys. I want you to look at this. A first grader, 51-minute long movie.
He's ahead of everybody. At 51-minute movie at 7. How old is he? 10?
7.
7? So think about this. He's on pace to break those like 3-hour Marvel Endgame movies. Like he's going to produce like the first 5-hour movie.
Well, he says it's going to be a blockbuster. He wants to put it on YouTube. And that's all the Gorhams have been doing. And I'm shirtless. I've been swimming all day. I was at the beach. I really feel like today was the first day of this new life. This new life of opening up America once again. Football's coming back, Pep!
It is coming back. You know, actually, if you look at a lot of the major college football conferences, or at least the schools like in the conferences, like the SEC and some of the Big Ten schools, they've already announced they're having class in the fall. And if you're having class on campus,
that means it's football.
Why not have football, right? Maybe there's no fans. I don't know what it looks like, but you can have a football. I would think you can have football games.
We're going to have an oblong spheroid once again on the turf. We're going to have football back in the fall, Pep. I'm going to be calling games. You're going to be calling games. It'll be Friday nights. We're going to be talking about guys like Tanner McKee, who's getting ready to play his college debut at like 25.
Yes. In fact, a little bit later in our show, we will have that interview with former Centennial High School quarterback Tanner McKee, who was on a 2-year mission, a Latter-day Saints mission down to Brazil. So he spoke a little Portuguese. And he served 2 years on the mission. He said he did have some free days, and he was able to throw the football a little bit, but he's getting acclimated again. And what's strange is he should be going to Stanford this summer, but they're doing online courses this summer, so he won't even get a chance to get up to Palo Alto and kind of be around the football team until really this fall, like until he goes up there.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, how fun is it? Let's talk about our local quarterback's history just in the last 3 years. 3 years ago, you had Tanner McKee out of Corona Centennial,
yes,
who was the best quarterback in the state of California, and they said one of the top quarterbacks in the country. He's gone. Everybody forgot about him for 2 years. We had Jaden Daniels, the best quarterback in the entire country, who's made his name at Arizona State. Do you see a similar thing? I'm going Pac-12. We're going to see the two best players in the country from 3 years apart playing against each other. It's going to be great. And think of it this way. Jaden Daniels only a sophomore. Tanner McKee at like 47 years old, a true freshman.
No, that's on. You know what? You're right. They're going to battle each other. Tanner McKee versus Jaden Daniels. Cajon versus Centennial, man. I love it.
I love it. Now, did I just see? Oh, I thought you had a solo cup. I thought you were part of the quarantine fund.
Oh, no. You know us. It's Christmas all year round in the Fernandez house.
Are you drinking coffee at 6 o'clock?
It's a decaf.
You're not. Oh, you don't drink decaf. Get out of here.
No, I am right now though, because I didn't want to be up all night.
But do you like the taste of decaf coffee, Pep?
It tastes the same to me. I think.
Get out of here. You're lost. But you put a lot of cream and sugar. I am just a black coffee guy now, Pep.
Are you really?
Yeah, you and I first knew each other. We drink all those fruity or the cold lattes or whatever.
Wait, hold on.
I've changed my whole scheme during this quarantine.
Can I go full disclosure then?
Yes.
So, like, when we do the Inland Sports Show, we drink quite a bit of iced coffee, and I would always get the iced coffee, just plain cream, a little bit of cream, a little bit of sugar, just plain iced coffee. Jeff would say, get me something with a real chocolatey and all the whipped cream. You always wanted like the special foo-foo drinks.
Of course I like the foo-foo drinks. When you have a body like this, look at that. Look at that right there. You guys don't do it? Hey, we could go to the beach now. I still had to wear a mask though, and you should have seen everybody was like, oh my gosh, who is it? Who's that? Because they couldn't see my face. They could just see, it was like this. I was like this.
Who's that movie star?
Who's that movie star? They were like, man, look at that body. Look at that six-pack.
I'm sure that's exactly what they were saying.
So you have Tanner McKee on the show later on. I'm telling you, how fun is it going to be this year to watch college football, hopefully with fans, with our two favorites of all time?
Man, I would love to see them going head-to-head. In fact, you're going to hear in the interview, I asked Tanner McKee about what the coaches have said about the starting quarterback job at Stanford. He's going to go up there and compete. And we know how good Tanner McKee is, so I like his odds. But man, if we could get a McKee versus Daniels Pac-12 game, that would be fantastic. And then I'd have to look at the Boise State football schedule. What if Boise plays Arizona State and we've got another Daniels versus Hank Bachmeier matchup? They played twice at the high school level.
Bachmeier. But I'll tell you what, those guys all have one thing in common. They're all good-looking guys. Look at Tanner McKee. He's everybody's All-American.
Yeah.
You have Bachmeier, who has the name and the face. And Jaden Daniels is a modern-day Lando Calrissian. He is one quarterback. But look we're talking quarterbacks, and they're all Inland Empire guys. Are we talking about the quarterback at Colorado? Are we talking about the quarterback at Oregon? No! We're talking about Tanner McKee, Jaden Daniels, and Hank Bachmeier.
We are in the golden age of high school quarterbacks right now in the Inland Empire. And we've had a great run of QBs, and of course, Tanner McKee, Jaden Daniels, and Hank Bachmeier kind of leading the way. But now think about it. AJ Duffy at Rancho Verde, he's got offers from basically every single, you think of the big time school, he's got an offer from them.
But he's like 12 years old. We got so many more years with that guy.
I know. He is a young guy. I think he's going to be...
Is he going to be a sophomore? Yes, he was a freshman this year. He was a sophomore.
So he'll be a junior this fall.
Yes, and he's great. Look, my kid's walking behind me over there. Man, and I'm telling you, they're loud. I'm sorry, they're obnoxious.
Just like your dad.
Seriously, they've been swimming around. My kids are pouring. We have 7-Up cans all over the place. And they're just ding-dongs, both my kids.
Hey, speaking of my coffee and not trying to stay up too late with all this caffeine, did you stay up, Jeff, the other night to watch the Korean baseball game that was on ESPN?
I've been up the last 2 nights watching it, Pep. Not just last night or 2 nights ago, but last night I was up. We were driving down La Jolla, and Cardinal goes, "Are you having a hard time sleeping?" Because full disclosure, I go to bed fine. I don't sleep well in the middle of the night, so I get up and watch bad TV and eat horribly. And I watch some baseball, and the only guys that can play are the darn Americans. I'm sorry.
That's it?
That's it. The only guys that hit home runs and bat flip and that crew are Americans. Americans.
I do like the bat flip thing. That does not fly here in the United States. That when you smash a home run and then you bat flip, man, the pitchers do not like that here in the States. But over there, I guess it's part of the game.
Yeah, these damn pansies here in America, I'll tell you what. I had a guy, and I've told you this before, I was playing high school baseball at Ramona High School, and I was playing against a guy named Bubba Smith. I think it was Bubba Smith. Bubba something. He was played at Rubidoux. And I was a freshman. I was on the mound. I was playing varsity baseball. It was just after basketball. So I'm out there feeling a little cocky. I was cool. This guy hit 3 home runs at the Plex over at UC Riverside. He was hitting them on the road on Chicago. He hit him
Chicago?
Chicago. And he hit him so far. And he would bat flip. And every time I see the guy, he was like the greatest minor league baseball. Look, my kid just walked by. Blonde hair. Beautiful. But he was the best minor league baseball player ever out of here. He hit 3 home runs as a freshman, and my teammates laughed. My coach didn't take me out. So the 4th time, I just hit him.
It worked, right?
It worked, but he was it was fun. But I've never had 3 home runs hit. I mean, it was back-to-back-to-back at the Plex.
That's a big stadium.
Yeah, but I love this baseball, this foreign baseball.
You know what's cool too is, and I forgot about this, and I actually reached out to him. So former Cajon High School pitcher Aaron Brooks, who was in the major leagues he was with the Orioles, he was with the Royals,
yes,
he was with the Oakland A's, he was in the Cubs organization. He pitches for and I don't know if it's the KIA or Kia, I don't know how you say it, but the Kia Tigers.
Yes, they're named after the car place. Yeah, the Kia Tigers. Of course.
So he was like their opening day starter. He went like 6 innings. He only gave up 1 run. He actually did pretty well. So we got one of our local Inland Empire guys actually on the mound playing baseball, which is awesome because we're not doing it here in the United States yet, but they're doing it in Korea. And there we find the pride of Cajon High School on the bump, getting it done for your Kia Tigers.
Did you see the opening day? My wife's sneezing. Bless you, honey, over there. Bless you.
Blessings.
Bless you. Okay, the guy that was in the bubble. Did you see the bubble boy? He threw out the first pitch.
No.
Yes. I want everybody to Google this. First pitch in the foreign baseball league. What is it? Is it the Korean league?
Yeah, the KBO.
The KBO. Look it up. There's a guy, just like in Seinfeld, the bubble boy. He gets out the big baseball bubble. He's in a bubble, Pep. And
what's the deal with the bubble?
Have him throw the first pitch, Pep, and you got to watch it. So if you're bored, you're listening to me rant in my backyard, look up the Bubble Boy first pitch.
Wait, so was that last night? Because I watched opening night. I think it was the Dinos against who was the other team?
I don't know, but it was just weird. I think it was last night. But if you look it up, Google Bubble Boy first pitch, and I cried a little bit. I cried. It was the first time I cried during COVID-19.
I didn't see it, so I'm going to go back and look it up because really, I'm into the Korean Baseball League now because it's the only thing going on at this point. So I'm going to be fully invested.
No, it was very touching, but I do like the bat flips and the smack talk. I don't know what they're saying, but I do know that if you go just north, because obviously they're playing baseball in South Korea.
Correct.
Because you go north, did you see Kim Jong-un is alive?
He's alive. He's out there doing press conferences. He's doing his thing.
I thought he was dead. Everybody reported the guy was dead. Maybe he's animatronic.
He's a hologram,
he's a hologram. It's like Prince. I think he's a hologram.
Some of those Disney animatronic guys got over there and built lifelike figures
of Kim Jong-un. But man, I'll tell you what, he was still alive, so the world's okay. I thought we were gonna have. You know what else is big going on here? I know I'm rambling. The murder. What are those, the wasps?
Oh, the murder hornets or something?
The murder hornets. Are you scared about that? We're going to have to stand for another 2 months with murder hornets. You're not scared of them, Pep, I'm telling you.
I'm going to call my pest guy. We'll be fine.
If you got bit by a murder hornet, they say it's like molten lead in your veins.
You know what? I've got molten lead. That thing would bite me and just fall over dead.
Have you ever been stung by a wasp?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
You know, I've been talking for a long time. How did that feel? Did you try?
It's like a pinch. It's like getting a shot or something, like a needle. Like you just that sharp pinch, and it goes away.
No, it's painful, and I'm telling you, these murder hornets. I saw a video of them killing a mouse. One of them. It was a battle.
Was it really?
I want everybody to be careful. Forget COVID-19. Worry about those murder hornets.
Don't worry about them. If you need something to stress about them.
Stress about the murder. Just in the name. Just listen to me. Say it. The murder hornets.
It sounds awful.
Next week, you're going to have your face mask on, and you're going to be saying, all right, everybody, we're opening up now. You're going to be able to go to Marie Callender's again. But there's murder hornets, and they have taken the lives of 17 mice in our community. And you're going to say, this is Pep Fernandez or Joseph Fernandez live from the county. Be careful, murder hornets.
What are those suits called the beekeepers wear? Like the full body suits, and it's got like the screen.
Oh, I have one of those.
You're going to need it.
I don't wear it for beekeeping.
You're going to need it. Hey, Jeff, I do want to remind everyone the Inland Sports masks will be coming in. We don't have the beekeeper costumes yet. Maybe one day we'll get to that point where we have the Inland Sports beekeeper outfit, but not yet. We do have the mask from Ken Sporting Goods. They are on the way. We will get them shortly. So let's see. I'm trying to punch up a picture of them if you haven't seen them already.
Get it up. I got a surprise for you, Pep, in a minute. I do. A big surprise here at Warm House.
Is it Thor the dog?
Wait. Watch this. Watch.
Is Thor back there?
No.
Oh, hey, that's Rocket.
Look at the rocket. Look at that.
Oh, my gosh.
Used to be your cat. You owe me $14,000.
He lived at our house for, I don't know, a month or two.
Yeah, but you owe me $14,000.
Why?
damage that this cat has caused our house.
No.
He can crawl up walls. We have to get new carpet. We have to do everything. During COVID, this guy, I think it was the curse of Pep, but look at Rocket. He's a good-looking cat.
You said he's huge.
He's giant. And I think he might, you know what? Who do I look like right now? Should I be a tiger?
Tiger King.
Tiger King right here. Look at with Rocket from Pep Fernandez. I have this cat. Here, let me hand it off to my partner here. Put him back in the house. Yes, Rocket has caused so much damage. We love him.
Everything is giant at your house. You're giant. You've got giant kids, a giant dog, a giant cat.
I have everything. Everything is large in the Gorham house.
Well, I was going to punch up the Inland Sports mask, but there it is. I finally got it up. So they are on the way. So again, maybe the beekeeper costume will be right around the corner. I don't know if Kin Sporting Goods does those, but if they do, we'll get them. But for now, we'll just take the mask. So they will be on the way. I ordered a couple dozen. I don't know. We'll do a giveaway. We'll do something online. So we'll pass out some of those Inland Sports masks at some point. I don't know.
Hey, Pep, how does this feel? Does this remind you of the old radio days? Remember, just off the cuff?
Dude, we used to have to go 3 hours just
Every
talking
day.
Nonsense.
Oh, but look at this. Look at this. You could never see me shirtless. At 6:30 during COVID, I got my kids over and my wife. You wouldn't believe what she's wearing. Pep.
Yes.
Not believe what she is wearing.
Well, tell us.
I can't. She's wearing this thing. It's almost like a Sports Illustrated bathing suit. One of those ones. Have you ever flipped through like Twitter or Instagram and it'll be an ad and there'll be like a really good-looking girl wearing a small bikini?
Like those promoted ads or whatever they call them?
Yeah, you know those girls right there?
Sure.
It's not her. She's not wearing that. I just threw you guys all off. No, my kids are swimming around. My wife's wearing pajamas, actually. Like big flannel pajamas. I tried to make it sound like my life was good, but it's really not, Pep.
Well, you said you went down to the San Diego beaches. They're wide open.
La Jolla was wonderful. I tell you what, it was just great. We filmed part of the Gorham Minecraft movie with Little John. It was just nice. Now I'm just happy that we're going to get high school football. We might even get NBA basketball again. Oh, look, he walks right by me. Look, he can't. We have this giant backyard, and he walks right by me.
Of course.
Come here, Johnny.
He loves the camera.
Come here. Are we gonna start your movie?
Yeah.
What's it called?
The Minecraft movie, The Adventure Begins.
The Minecraft movie, The Adventure Begins. Come on the other side, Luke. Come here. Where are you?
Let's see if I can get that shot punched up.
Oh, hold on. Oh, there's Johnny. Wait, and I will tell you this. Luke is naked, so I'm not gonna hold him from the waist down.
Luke, put some clothes on.
Suit. But there's the Gorham kids. Hey, right there. Is that handsome right there?
Hold on. I'm trying to get that shot pulled up. It's my computer. I'm trying over and over. My computer just does not want to do it.
Pep. That's beauty right there. You got it?
No, I need to take some of that stimulus money and buy a new computer here. Hold on. I'm still trying. Keep them there. Keep talking. I'm going to
All
try
right, the boys, though, we've been out swimming. They're both naked because they just got out of the pool.
No, I'm not naked.
You're not naked? He was naked, but Luke is naked. Stop getting off me, Luke.
Ouch.
Ouch. Say hi to Pep.
Hi. Hi, go, Pep.
Hey, what's up, Johnny? What's up, Big Luke? Are you guys? What are you guys doing? Golfing? What's the Gorham boys doing these days?
Sleeping.
Sleeping. Oh, that sounds good when I say my kids are sleeping. Oh, yeah, we're doing a whole lot of homeschool over here.
The cat is out of the bag. There's no schooling going on, just napping.
I keep my 7-year-old up. Hey, Connor was over this weekend. You know, he just turned 14 yesterday. My 14-year-old boy turned, and I think my sister-in-law was hitting on him.
What?
Yeah, we were sitting in the hot tub this weekend, and she hadn't seen him in a few months, and he's really tall. He's like 5'11". He's good looking. He's got blue eyes and curly hair. And I really think that my sister-in-law was hitting on my son. She's married.
Oh, Jeff.
Yeah, it's great. Can you see me yet?
I can see you, but I can't switch shots.
Okay.
See, that's the beauty of when we're back in the Mike's Fitness Equipment studio at Teen Vision TV 16. We've got all the bells and whistles, and we got a lot of smart people who can run those bells and whistles. I'm stuck at home with my rinky-dink setup, and it just doesn't want to do it.
Well, that's okay, Pep. Pep, it's good always talking to you. I can't wait to hear the Tanner McKee interview. I've been kind of reclusive. You know, I'm becoming. Have you heard about Elon Musk? Have you heard this?
What was it?
He's going crazy. He's selling all of his worldly possessions.
Is he really?
He's like Howard Hughes.
Oh,
I think
wow.
I'm going to sell all of my worldly possessions. I'm going to get one of those old vans. I'm going to get a new one, like a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van. I'm going to turn it into my hub, my hideaway, my go-to mobile task force, and I'm just going to drive around and give up all my worldly possessions because high school football is coming back, and I'm going to travel to every game I can.
You don't need a house. You'll just jump from game to game.
Game to game, and I don't sleep. Oh, yeah, it's just been a weird year. But, Pep, I miss you. I can't wait to see you in person again. I'm going to kiss you directly on the lips because the what is it called? Social distancing? There's got to be another term for that.
Social distancing.
What is it called?
That's a term that we've all had to learn recently.
Now, tomorrow, when you do your update, I would like you to say, instead of saying social distancing, change it to physical distancing.
Physical distancing?
It sounds better because social distancing sounds like you and I can't talk.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like, right? Or like I can't text you. No social media, no social.
No. And the first time I can see you live, Pep, I'm gonna kiss you square on the lips. Don't think it's nothing personal. I miss you. I miss you a lot.
You know, the last time I saw you was probably the last UC Riverside basketball game we did, right?
And the saddest thing is, I'm sad I didn't kiss you on the lips then.
Well, because we were supposed to do the Big West tournament.
And it got closed down.
We never got that.
Oh, just think of it this way. How did I avoid COVID? I don't think I have. And here's why I tell you.
You're such a big guy. You think it would find you.
Man, I went to 2 days after I left Italy, they closed it. They closed Italy.
You were there. That was like the hot spot.
I was the epicenter. And then I went to Hawaii the very next week. You're telling me that this giant nose and this mouth and these gaping eyeballs didn't catch COVID?
You dodged it. You dodged it, man.
But I don't know if I did. I think I might have. I am Superman. I'm rarely sick. I think I might have dodged a bullet. And if you want my antibodies, come on over. Give Big Jeff a kiss on the lips. I could it could be if the vaccine of the world was me kissing everyone in the world, and they would be safe. There would only be a few people I'd kiss, and Pep Fernandez, you'd be one of them.
I'd be first on the list.
But everyone else, oh yeah, I'm not kissing But if it was my life to save the world's life, I'd be like the old Richard Dawson who used to host Family Feud, and I would kiss every single person in the world on their lips, and I would be. Would you have to call me a saint?
Yes, Saint Jeff. You'd go down in history.
Do you think they'd give me a high school in San Bernardino and call it like St. Jeffrey's?
Yeah, and we'll carve out a spot at the Vatican for you.
Oh, great. So I could play against Aquinas. You go St. Jeffrey's versus Aquinas in Notre Dame.
We could. We'll work on that.
I think if I could cure everybody at one time, it would definitely make me an instant saint.
You would be. You would definitely get sainthood.
Oh, well, Pep, it's been great talking to you. I'm gonna let you go. You hear my kids? My kids are yelling and crying in the back.
Oh my gosh, what was that?
Oh, who knows? They've been throwing baseballs and golf balls at each other nonstop. They fight here. They throw rocks occasionally.
All right, Jeff, we appreciate it. When we come back on the Inland Sports Show, we will check in with Centennial High School quarterback Tanner McKee. He's back from his mission. He's getting set to join the Stanford Cardinal football team. We'll have that when we come back on the Inland Sports Show.
Bye.
See you guys.
Hey, that was old school right there.
Bye.
Yes, it was.
We did 30 minutes of that.
Okay, this is actually pretty good.
here from Spoiled in Riverside. Just opened up our new location off the 91 in Arlington and Riverside. Come check us out and get spoiled for a change.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
You know, I mean, I always tell, my student athletes that, hey, games are games. It's everyone's where they're at, and all you have to worry about is making those small improvements. I see, I've been doing this for 10 years now, and I see kids who start off, slow and end up being really good, and talented student athletes, and I see others who start off really fast and they end up, petering out. And a lot of that has to do with, the hype of being a young student athlete and having all this shine, all this glory, and then you stop working. So, and I hate that. I feel like that's one of the things as a coach you have to, really hammer into your athletes that, it's a journey, and starting in high school or even making it to college, it's just all part of the journey, but not the destination. Destination is growth. Destination is to keep moving forward. What I do want to see is I want to see them grow. I want to see them grow academically. I want to see them to grow physically. And as long as we get that growth, they're gonna see some change. They're gonna be better off than where they were, and that's gonna set them on a good path, athletically and academically, throughout life. So if you think you're ready to grow, if you think you're ready to move out of your comfort zone, then come train here at Boost. Because I tell you right now, it's not a place to be comfortable. We're gonna push you. We're gonna help you grow. But if you think you're ready for it, come check us out.
The Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Spoiled. Quick, quality oil change. Spoil yourself and your car at Spoiled. Kin Sporting Goods. They have all of your sporting gear needs, Letterman's jackets, and team uniforms. Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass. Athletes of all levels and all sports are going to Boost Performance Training in Corona. Mike's Fitness Equipment. Check out the new storeroom on La Cadena. Quality fitness equipment at affordable prices. Mike's Fitness Equipment. And JoJo's Grill-A-Dog, located in the Mountain Grove Shopping Center in Redlands. Let's be frank, not all dogs are created equal. JoJo's Grill-A-Dog. Welcome back to the Mike's Fitness Equipment studio. It's the Inland Sports Show.
And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show, everybody. Every single Wednesday at 6 p.m. we go live. Usually we're in the Mike's Fitness Equipment studio at Teen Vision TV 16 with our director Johnny Nunez and his team. But until then, we are doing it from my dining room. In fact, I used to have the computer over there, and you could see the fireplace and the rest of the living room. Then I swung it around. I came over here to the dining room, and that's why it's just kind of like blank over here. Maybe one of these days I will give you guys the entire world tour of the Fernandez compound over here. But until then, we do have an awesome interview. Tanner McKee, Centennial High School quarterback. back from his Latter-day Saints mission to Brazil. He is back. He's going to be playing quarterback for the Stanford Cardinal. And as Jeff pointed out, and it's a great point, how cool would it be to see Tanner McKee go up against Jaden Daniels at Arizona State in Pac-12 football action? That would be unbelievable. Two IE guys going head-to-head. Maybe it'll be for a Pac-12 title or something. So, but here's our interview with Tanner McKee. Forgive me, we did this interview in the morning. I have my hat on, I got a hoodie on. You know, some days you feel like you can attack the world and have this great day. This was not one of them. I just rolled out of bed, threw on a hat, but Tanner looks great, all put together. He looks like he's going to have a big season for the Cardinal. Here's our exclusive interview with Centennial quarterback Tanner McKee. And now join us here on the Inland Sports Show. He is the former quarterback at Centennial High School, and he'll be taking his talents to the farm. Stanford, the Cardinal, coming up this fall. It's Tanner McKee. Tanner, tell everyone first off, what have you been doing the last 2 years?
Yeah, it's been kind of crazy. I've been in Brazil for 2 years serving a mission for my church. And so I've loved it. I've had a great time for 2 years serving the people of Brazil.
That is so cool. And so my wife is Portuguese, so I assume you learned some Portuguese along the way, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Definitely have to learn the language.
What are some things maybe you learned on your LDS mission that you can maybe just apply to being a better quarterback, being a better teammate, being just a better football player? Are there things that you kind of learned maybe on the mission that you can apply to the football field as well?
Absolutely. I think everything's kind of connected. And so the more you learn about life, it will help you in football and all other aspects of life as well. And so as a missionary, you're put into tough situations as a quarterback. And so you're having to deal with some people with some certain problems, and you have to find a solution. You have to think on the spot of what you're going to do to help this person. It's kind of like calling an audible when the defense shows a different front than you were thinking. You just have to always use your mind and always think of how you're going to solve the situation. Maybe you have a companion that needs a little help. Maybe you have a teammate that's going through a tough time. And so all these things are kind of connected to life and how we can become better people and better football players as well.
Are you anxious to put a helmet on again and get on a field and throw the football around?
You have no idea. I'm so excited to get back on the football field. It's been fun. When we were in Brazil, we had one day that was kind of like our free day. And so I was able to throw the ball around a little bit. Obviously, the Brazilians, they were a little foreign to American football. But it was fun to kind of teach them a couple of rules and a couple of basic things and throw the football around on a patch of grass or something like that. It was fun.
So let's talk a little football here. So have you heard, have you been in contact with maybe some of your Stanford coaches or school counselors or anyone that might say when you might be able to get, up to Palo Alto when classes or practice might resume, anything like that?
Yeah, so we just got an email, I think last week, saying that we are going to start this summer doing online. So originally we were going to report in June, about the 20th of June. And now I believe that they pushed that date back until around the middle of July, the 15th of July, of when the possibility is to come back. So we're going to start online classes for summer. We're still doing Zoom calls with the coaches, trying to install the plays, trying to get ready for the season. But as of now, that's kind of the earliest report date that we have.
Well, you just mentioned it. Like, what are some of the things that you can do right now to be ready for whenever that first game comes? Like you mentioned, some Zoom conversations with your coaches. Are there things that you can do around the house just to, play catch with your dad? Like just have your little brother run routes, just something that you can kind of feel like you're getting closer to being football ready, right?
Right. That's actually exactly what we've been doing. My little brother's been running some routes. My sister's husband's been running. It's been great. We've gone to a couple places, and we have a lot of SoCal guys. So we just get a small group, go find a park or a school, and we'll throw with a couple of Stanford guys. I've thrown with Mike Wilson and a couple other Stanford guys. So we're just trying to get our timing down and our rhythm. So when then we get back on the field, that it's not anything foreign. And so it's been great. We're talking about different concepts that we're learning, and it's been great.
This is a cliche, when they say it's like riding a bike. When you get the football back in your hands, does it feel like, oh, it's just like riding a bike? Like it all just kind of comes back to you. It feels natural again.
Yeah, I mean, it totally does. Right when I got back, I felt great. Obviously, I wasn't as conditioned as I was when I was here. But as far as throwing the football, it felt great. And so I can't wait to get back.
So, I haven't looked at like the Stanford roster, but is there a bunch of quarterbacks coming back? Have the coaches said like it's an open competition? Have you heard anything about the specific like starting job or where you might kind of fit in with their plans going forward?
So I don't know if we've gone through it super specifically. We have, at any big time school, you're going to have lots of talent and lots of really awesome people and players. And so now I think we have about 4 quarterbacks that are in the quarterback room right now. And so I'm super excited to go in and take my place and then try to contribute to the team in any way that I can.
What are you going to study up there? Because they don't let just anybody into Stanford, Tanner. So you must be a smart guy. So what do you plan on studying up there?
So I'm actually undecided right now. I'm kind of looking into a couple majors, maybe going the business route or something medically because I loved anatomy in high school. I'm just going to kind of take my general ed classes, and then we'll see how everything plays out, and I'll decide from there.
Well, who knows? Maybe you might have to put off a real career for a while if the NFL comes knocking in a couple of years. I know that's down the road, but is that kind of maybe the big picture, like the ultimate dream scenario for you?
Yeah, for sure. That's always been the goal, and I would be super excited if I had that opportunity.
Well, Tanner, it's good to see you again. I appreciate you making some time for us to join us on the Inland Sports Show. It's good to have you back, and we're excited to see what you do up there at the farm at Stanford. So good to see you, Tanner. I appreciate the time for sure.
Yeah, thanks so much. Thanks for having me. Good to see you guys too.
All right, that's former Centennial High School quarterback Tanner McKee joining us here on the Inland Sports Show. Big thanks to Tanner McKee, the former Centennial High School quarterback, for joining us on the show. We're excited to see what his college career is going to look like, and if I was going to predict, he's going to be awesome. He was so good at Centennial High School. Remember, he's a big guy. He's a tall quarterback, but he was able to run the football, so it's going to be pretty exciting what he does up there at Stanford. And the Cardinal have had some great quarterbacks come through there. Probably most notably of recent, at least, is Andrew Luck. So they've got some good QBs that go to that program. And it looks like Tanner McKee is right in line there. So we'll keep an eye on Tanner McKee this fall with the Stanford Cardinal. And again, in that Pac-12 play, you've also got Jaden Daniels at Arizona State. Two of the good ones from the Inland Empire could be going head-to-head at a Pac-12 stadium near you. When we come back, we're going to talk a little baseball as well. We got some baseball news to pass along, and also some news affecting high school football here in the CIF Southern section. So we've got a lot more to get to here on this Inland Sports Show. We appreciate you tuning in every single Wednesday night, 6 o'clock, streaming live on Twitter. We're also going to have the show premiere on YouTube. We're taking advantage of this safe at home, this quarantine time, to kind of experiment a little bit with the show, see what works best for our different audiences. So we're trying to make use and get some value out of this time if we have to do it from home anyways. We'll be right back with more Inland Sports Show.
So with our school program, it's called BASS, the Boost Alternative School for Student Athletes. We've had our school for about 3 years now. We're going to be opening up enrollment for the 2020-2021 school year. And if you really want to get involved, it's all referral based. You either have to come speak with us directly, or if you know someone who's currently in the program. But it's a great program. It's all the meat and potatoes of just your rigorous academic program and a complete collegiate strength and speed development program as well. It's a real collegiate vibe. It challenges the kids. It's not an easy program by any means, but we've had a lot of growth with our student athletes as they move on to high school, whether they're going to a public school or private school. It's a program that really prepares you, not just academically, but physically for the next level.
I would say the one thing that we stress more than anything else is service to our customer. Make sure that they're taking care of whatever you can do to make sure that that order gets to them on time and it's the right quality and what they want. I've been that way since 1976. That was my goal, to reach out to local sports programs, and it's grown from there, and we've been very, very fortunate. My grandson is right over here. He's working for us, and he's going to college right now, and that's exactly what my son did 20-some years ago, and it keeps on going, you know. And we have customers that come in the store that it's amazing. People that I haven't been here since I was a little kid, and I used to come in here all the time, and then now I'm bringing my son in here, or a grandpa that's bringing his grandson in here that came in here when we first opened back in '76. We just feel so fortunate to have been a part of this community and this Inland Empire for going into our 44th year now, and it's just been a blessing.
What's up, everybody? Don't forget, there's 2 Spoiled locations now. I'm at the brand new one right off the 91 freeway at Arlington. You can spoil yourself. You can spoil your car. You come in here, 10 minutes, you're in and you're out. You're back on the road. Go check out Spoiled, local business, locally owned and operated. And they've got the location off the 215 freeway at Alessandro. And this one, the brand new one here, off of the 91 at Arlington.
I felt spoiled. It was great. I got in easy. I mean, the price was the best. The price is just helped me out. And what I really enjoyed about it is that they explained to me what was going on today. And I feel like when I walked out of here, I just felt so special. I said I had a new boyfriend. His name is Spoiled.
You got your flower.
And I got the flower.
Welcome back to the Mike's Fitness Equipment Studio. It's the Inland Sports Show.
And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show. It's Wednesday night. We're talking local sports. There is some stuff going on. We've talked a lot of high school football. We talked about a possible Tanner McKee versus Jaden Daniels Pac-12 college football game. And joining us live on the show, Cullen Holt. Before we talk minor league baseball with Cullen, I think you're one of the few guys I think on our Inland Sports team that actually saw both these quarterbacks in person. Is that correct?
I did. I didn't hear you said Tanner McKee and who?
Jaden Daniels. So we got Jaden.
Look at my chops already.
Well, he's at Arizona State, and then Tanner McKee's back from his LDS mission, and he's going to be at Stanford. We could have a McKee versus Jaden Daniels, a Centennial versus Cajon Pac-12 battle.
Pep, you and I would be torn. I mean, who do you even root for? Those are two of my all-time favorite high school players to ever watch play in any sport.
You know, if you throw in Hank Bachmeier into that mix, I would say you're I know there's been some great times, but that's kind of, at least for my time, since I've been in the Inland Empire, that's kind of like the golden age of quarterbacks in the Inland Empire. We had such a great run of great quarterbacks, and we're still having a great run right now.
I mean, Chance Nolan is a name you could throw out there, too. I mean, I only covered high school sports with you for really, if you think about it, just like 3 years, and there were a lot of really talented quarterbacks in those 3 years.
It's so funny you say that. All the way from Georgia, you remind me, we got Chance Nolan at Oregon State. So we got 3 Pac-12 quarterbacks. And who, I don't know, maybe I'm missing somebody. Maybe there's a 4th or a 5th guy out there, but definitely Chance Nolan from Paloma Valley, who's now at Oregon State.
Yeah, there were some gunslingers for sure. See, here's the deal. Who's the next generation, though?
It would have to be A.J. Duffy at Rancho Verde. He's got a ton of offers. I'm trying to think. Well, we had Shane Illingworth, who just graduated from Norco, who's going to Oklahoma State. You could throw him in that run of quarterbacks. We had Blake Barnett at Santiago, who was not drafted in the NFL draft, and from what I can find, he wasn't even picked up on an undrafted free agent contract, but he was great at high school. He was better than Josh Rosen at the time.
Oh, yeah. Fun to watch, too. I mean, all those guys were just fun to watch.
So we do talk a lot of high school football on this show, but I wanted to bring you on because it is baseball season. You wouldn't know it, but it is baseball season right now, and you are in the great state of Georgia. You are, and correct me if I'm wrong, is it the Green Jackets, the Augusta Green Jackets?
Yeah, you got it.
And that is the low single A affiliate of the San Francisco Giants.
Nailed it.
So by next year, you'll be calling the Giants games.
That's what I'm told. That was the promise. We'll see if that works out.
But you are in Georgia. We don't have baseball right now. So what's it been like over the course of the last several weeks? I mean, we're all in limbo, but being a play-by-play minor league baseball guy, you guys have been really in limbo because you don't know when you're going to see these teams.
Yeah, when you called, I was just laying on my bed eating Cheetos. I had to put a shirt on. I know Jeff wasn't wearing a shirt earlier, but I don't know if I have that much confidence. But I had to put a shirt on. So it's been interesting trying to find things to do. But what's really amazing to me is how during all of this, because I mean, minor league teams are not in the best position right now, not having any games. But what's been amazing to me is all across the country, every minor league team has been so good about giving back to the communities. I've seen the Quakes do it. I've seen the 66ers do it. I've seen the Storm do it. I mean, they had that testing site down at the Diamond in Lake Elsinore, didn't they?
Yeah, they sure did.
Crazy. I mean, with all the nonsense that minor league staffers have to deal with, the amount of time they put into giving back to their community with essentially nothing in return because no one can come out to a game right now has been amazing. And we've been doing the same thing out here in Augusta, which has been really cool for me to be a part of.
I know, at least for baseball-wise, the first domino to fall will be when will Major League Baseball teams return, because that might give you a better time frame of when the minor league teams might be returning. Have you heard anything on your end, any sort of a window? Because I hear something new every day, like maybe 4th of July weekend, MLB will return. I heard end of May. I've heard everything under the sun right now.
I wish I knew more, but the reality of it is nobody in minor league baseball really knows much right now because, like you said, we kind of have to wait on Major League Baseball because they send us the players. The tough part of it is, I mean, when you talk about Major League Baseball, you're talking about 30 different teams spread around the country in a lot fewer states, whereas minor league baseball's got 160 teams that are in all sorts of different states. And so as states reopen at different paces, that could kind of hamstring minor league baseball, but we shall see.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Georgia is pretty open right now compared to, let's say, like California, California and New York might be the last two states to kind of open everything up.
Yeah, you guys might open in 2023, but yeah, I got a haircut Monday, so.
Oh, you did?
Just in time for the big interview. But they opened up the haircut salons, and man, I was first in line.
So everyone's jealous of you. Everyone out here in California is so jealous right now of that.
I know, yeah, looking good too. Not a bad haircut.
You got all trimmed up. Well, let's just say, for the sake of conversation, we can steal you away for some high school football this fall, which will lead us right into basketball season, and you help us out so much. I know you're a baseball guy, but part of me, like, I'm just anxious for high school football, like more so than any other season, because we're just all so sports starved. We've been deprived for so long. Well, before we get to high school football, I should ask you, did you watch the Korean Baseball League games? Did you stay up late and watch those?
I watched a little bit of it, and I ended up falling asleep right before first pitch, so I just saw the pregame show.
Well, keep this on your radar because you are a professional baseball play-by-play guy. I know you love baseball. And you love local Inland Empire sports. That Aaron Brooks from Cajon High School was the opening day starter for the Kia Tigers. So if you're up late watching minor league baseball, which would be Korean Baseball League, that would be really late in Georgia because it's like 11 o'clock out here. Look for Aaron Brooks. He's a local guy from Cajon.
Okay, I'll set my alarm 2 a.m.
Yes,
my family would be like, why is he texting us so late? Aaron Brooks, Cajon, he's on the
bump. What's Cullen doing on social media, tweeting like every pitch of Aaron Brooks and the Kia Tigers?
Love the Cowboys. Gotta support the Cajon Cowboys.
But are you anxious? I mean, of course you're anxious for baseball because that's what you do. But are you anxious just to see like some high school football or, college football, just something in the fall? Because, again, we haven't seen anything for months now.
I am, but you know what? I had this thought a couple days ago. If the minor league baseball season gets pushed back, with Major League Baseball season, and it runs into high school football, I'm going to be awfully disappointed because I have to choose. And I mean, I want my cake and I want to eat it too. So I want the best of both worlds.
We've talked about this. Like, the fall could potentially be so crazy because we're already going to have, if we get baseball going, we could have a World Series around Thanksgiving. We could have, I know at least here locally, like Coachella and Stagecoach will be in the fall. The Masters golf tournament, which you're in Augusta, is going to be in the fall. Like, the fall could be just stockpiled with all these major events, which is really good. In fact, I think it was Dan Patrick. Somebody brought up the fact that, Jim Nantz, he calls like NFL and he calls the Masters and all these different things. Like, he can't be at all these different places. Kind of what you're going to have to go through. Like, right. You're going to be calling Augusta baseball games, but there's all this other stuff going on that you could be potentially doing.
I would not complain. That's a lot better problem to have than the problem we've got right now. But yeah, if we had an action-packed fall, I wouldn't be complaining at all.
Better than sitting on your couch eating Cheetos, just passing the time, right?
Exactly.
Well, Colin, so what have you been doing? I know you mentioned that minor league baseball teams all over the place, including our California League teams, they've been doing stuff to give back. There's no games, but they've been able to still find ways to reach back into the community, pour out a little bit and help them in different ways, whether it's a testing side or donation events, stuff like that. What have you done out there with Augusta? Because I'm sure you guys have been doing a lot as well, especially if you're more opened up. It kind of opens more possibilities.
Yeah, we have done a lot of that kind of stuff, giving back to the community. I mean, one of the things we did even last night was we took our video board and we turned it into a slideshow honoring the seniors of the 2020 class, which I think some other teams in minor league baseball have done similar things because they didn't get the graduation, obviously, that they were hoping for. So we've done things like that. And another thing a lot of minor league baseball teams are doing that we're doing as well is doing whatever we can to virtually replicate what fans would get if they came to the ballpark. So opening day was a few weeks ago. We had a virtual opening day with a national anthem that was on social media, a seventh inning stretch that was on social media. We had a virtual t-shirt toss. So we do things like that a lot. I've been doing a lot of interviews too, which are on social media. But Connor Cannon because I have to bring this up before you let me go. Connor Cannon, UC Riverside, I've heard good things about him, and he's right around this area in the Giants system.
If he goes out there, you have to get us an interview.
Oh, I will. Oh, I absolutely will.
Yeah, Connor Cannon, formerly of UCR, and I think Temecula Valley, right? Does that sound right? Temecula Valley High School?
Studied up enough on Connor Cannon. But he's in our media guide. When that gets released, he's in there.
So you just basically you need to read up on every single guy in the Giants organization just in case they end up at Augusta.
Exactly. That's what I should be doing with my free time instead of eating Cheez-Its.
Is that seriously what you were doing?
When you texted me and said, "Do you want to hop on the show?" I was sitting there eating Cheez-Its, scrolling through Twitter. But I'm usually pretty busy, so I guess that's not a representation of what I've been up to. But
well, I should say, back there it's 10 o'clock, so I think most people at 10 o'clock at night, they're probably in front of their TV or on their phone. So, to cut you a little slack.
Yeah. Or I'm editing videos or posting on social media or doing something crazy.
So you guys, as the baseball team, still able to do, like you said, social media stuff, interviews. I mean, who are you interviewing? Like some of the managers and some of the bench coaches? Because if you don't know the players, you can't really interview the players, right?
Well, what we've done is we've interviewed some players from years past, which, again, a lot of other minor league baseball teams. Steve Wendt, your guy in Inland, 6 years, has been doing the same thing. We interview guys that have come through here before because that's the people that the fans know, and they want to hear where they are and how they're staying in shape, because these guys are all having to get pretty creative. So that's one of my favorite questions to ask lately is, what have you been doing to work out? Which I'm sure you've been asking all the local guys as well. How do you stay in shape when the gyms are closed and the fields are closed? And I did an interesting interview today with a guy who's from Augusta, was on the grounds crew for the Green Jackets, ended up getting drafted by the Giants, played here in Augusta for the Green Jackets, was an all-star, and then ended up making his major league debut with the Padres, and now he's back coaching high school baseball in Augusta. So that's an interview that'll get posted soon. So I've found different great Augusta baseball characters to talk to, which has been fun for me.
Wait, so who was that? Who's the player? Who's the coach?
Jake Smith.
Jake Smith.
And you know what? He's got a local tie because he told me he played in Lake Elsinore for a little bit when he was rehabbing when he was in the Padres system.
There you go. It all comes back to the IE, man.
Full circle.
Hey, have you gone out to Augusta, the golf course? Have you driven by there?
Driven past it. I drive past it sometimes. There's one route that I can take to the stadium that goes right past Augusta National, but I haven't seen anything more than the signs at the outside.
How far do you live from there, from the golf course?
10 minutes max.
Dang.
But there's golf courses everywhere out here.
But there's only one Augusta.
There's only one Augusta National. And I was gearing up because I was told, man, that week in April is crazy. People leave town and all sorts of stuff to make room for the Masters craziness. So I was bracing myself, and I'll still have to wait to experience that.
See, you could have maybe a Green Jackets playoff game and the Masters and all kinds of stuff. You know,
and SEC football could be at the same time, which, I mean, that's a big deal out here.
My buddy who covers, well, he's in South Carolina, but he covers Clemson football. Those South Carolina, Georgia, you just go down that coast right there. Of course, the Florida schools, Alabama, LSU, like the world stops when those football games take place.
Yeah, so a Saturday with the Masters and SEC football, that could either be the coolest thing ever, or it could be a fight for people's attention.
Well, we are going to have a lot this fall, no doubt about that. Cullen, hey, man, it's good catch. I should have just called you privately to see how you were doing, but I'm like, I'll just throw him on Skype and see how he's doing.
Same thing, right? Anything to get me off the Cheez-It box so I don't gain too much quarantine weight.
Hey, and thanks for bringing up Chance Nolan, man. Here I'm over here rapping about Tanner McKee and Jaden Daniels, and for good reason.
Can't forget Chance Nolan.
Dude, Chance Nolan, because remember this. I still remember, he came in studio when we were doing the radio thing.
That's right.
He signed with Middle Tennessee out of Paloma Valley High School, and then I think he ended up at, I want to say Saddleback, and then he signed with Oregon State. So I can't believe 3,000 miles away, you're dropping some Chance Nolan knowledge on the Inland Sports Show.
I don't forget the Inland Empire legends. I don't forget.
Yeah, because you have definitely made the rounds for high school football. You've seen a lot of great players. So thanks for reminding all of us. And now I'm going to have to go through all the Pac-12 quarterbacks and find out if I'm missing anyone. Because, again, Chance Nolan, man. Dang.
If I think of anyone else, I'll text you.
Do it. Hey, you've got nothing better to do. So if you think of somebody, text me. Colin, appreciate the time, brother. Stay safe.
Yeah, you too. It's good to hear your voice and see your face again.
All right. God bless you, Colin. And we'll talk again soon.
You too, man. Thanks.
All right, that's Cullen Holt of the Inland Sports Show. He's still part of the family, so but he's out there in Georgia right now. Thanks, Cullen. Appreciate the time. All right, that's Cullen Holt joining us here on the show. Let's see if my computer will cooperate and go to the next shot here. See, again, I love Johnny Nunez. I love our Mike's Fitness Equipment Studio because doing the thing at home has turned into, I wouldn't say a chore, but it's just like technology. The technology, I should say, that I have here at home is nowhere near to what we have at Teen Vision TV 16 and the Mike's Fitness Equipment Studio. A couple more things before we go. A couple of housekeeping things. I do want to remind people, businesses are starting to reopen. Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change off the 91 at Arlington, off the 215 at Alessandro. Spoiled Oil is open right now, and they have taken all the precautions to make sure you're going to be safe. If you need your oil changed, if your engine light comes on, take it into Spoiled. They will help you out. And look what I just got on the old gram. Ken Sporting Goods announcing on the gram today. They are open. They are going to be open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily. And you've probably already seen all over social media the Ken Sporting Good face coverings. I got the Inland Sports ones coming, but all kinds of high schools and school districts and businesses have been getting the customized face coverings from Ken Sporting Goods. Thank you for the good work that you guys do over there at Ken's. We appreciate it. And one final thing, and I'm really excited about this, something that we are proud to be a part of at Inland Sports. The Riverside County Office of Education is doing a virtual summit with a lot of great sports leaders in different avenues. For example, this past week, and this interview will hit social media in a couple of weeks for this virtual summit, but we had a chance to interview Dr. Amber Selking, and she is the mental performance coach for the University of Notre Dame Fighting Irish football team and head coach Brian Kelly. And she gave so many great tips on how to be mentally tough. What does the mindset of a champion look like? So if you're a high school football coach, if you're a student athlete out there, if you're an administrator, if you want to know what it's like to have that championship mindset, she will be, Dr. Selking, one of the interviews we roll out with the Riverside County Office of Education Virtual Summit. You can see the information on your screen. Those interviews will start coming out the first week of June. So you can check that out. And I'll put out links. If you follow Inland Sports on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, I'll make sure we put out the links to find those interviews. But yeah, it was a great interview with Dr. Amber Selking. It's already done. It's in the books. And again, great information, especially if you're a coach or a student athlete out there, high school, college level, great info. And one final note, the CIF Southern Section Executive Committee passed 22-0 a new recommendation for the football playoff division. So they will, at the end of the regular season, decide where football teams will be slotted in which playoff division. So if that makes sense, you play your whole regular season. At the end of the regular season, if you make the playoffs, you will then find out what playoff division you will be in. So you will not know all regular season long which playoff division you might be in. You might be able to hazard a guess, but you will not officially know until the end of the regular season. So it passed the executive committee, unanimous 22-zip. It now will go before the CIF Southern Section Council on May 21st. So if that passes, the new playoff format will go into effect. And if you haven't already, go check out the Inland Empire Media Group. That's IEMG YouTube channel. A lot of great interviews that we've been posting over there, as well as we partner with them to bring you sports coverage in the city of San Bernardino and the 5 leagues that surround it. San Andreas, Sunkiss, Ambassador, Citrus Belt League, and who am I missing? Oh, Mountain Valley League. So a lot of great content over there as well. We appreciate you tuning in. If you haven't already, do us a big favor. Subscribe to the Inland Sports YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter. And tell your friends about us too. It's the only way we can keep things going here. And again, we can't thank our sponsors enough. It's been tough for small local businesses. Let's go out there and support them as soon as we can. As we mentioned, Ken Sporting Goods is reopening. Spoiled. Their 2 locations are open. JoJo's Grill-A-Dog is going to be open for pickup and takeout beginning on Thursday. That's in Redlands. We'll keep you posted on Mike's Fitness Equipment and Boost Performance Training. The Boost Private School, Ray Bass, they've done a great job of finding ways, again, to keep the school going. But if you're looking for private training, those sorts of things, we'll keep you updated at Boost Performance Training and what's going on there and how you can get back into the gym as soon as possible. My name is Pep Fernandez. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to wrap things up here. We will see you again next week with another Inland Sports Show. Take care, everybody, and God bless.